staring at our dash?
Nope, I have the camera off.
Oh.
Just because it would be staring at the dash the whole time. There we go. Alright, now that should be better. Even though I'm sure, I'm hoping that whoever's in here at this time can hear, because obviously the road, being in the car and whatnot, driving, is kind of loud. We'll give everybody a second here. This is just audio only, just because I'm driving. Brooklyn will be monitoring the chat. Or moderating, whatever. Same idea. There we go. Some more people are joining in. I know it's delayed like heck. At least for me, it usually is. And it doesn't help I'm on beta software on my phone, but... Hey, Michael, it's so good to see you. It's been a while. Yeah, it was funny. I was actually thinking the other day, I was like, I haven't spoken to him in quite some time. I remember when you used to post the videos, and I don't know, I kind of miss those days. You were the lucky one. I remember you went into that Lowe's in Florissant, the garden center, and you got that killer shot of the inside. And then when I went, I couldn't do it. I was jealous. Good times, man. Good times. Messages are so delayed on this. To go to all. Here we go. Those alarm. Yeah, I could imagine so, because it was the emergency exit on the garden center, if I'm not mistaken. Which I don't know if you've seen that building as of recent, but it's like half of it's like a storage unit, and the rest of it's like a Goodwill training, like schools center, something or other. But yeah, it's kind of funny because it still looks like Lowe's. Oh, jeez.
Oh, I thought we were getting...
I was going to say, I saw the name for a second. I was like, what the heck?
I just saw the profile picture.
I was going to say, I thought the worst here for a second. Yeah. The fact that it went through, because I have it set to like only subscribers that have been subscribed for 20 minutes can come on here, just because I do that to prevent bad actors from coming in here, because that would happen. But I saw that, I was like, wait a minute, how'd that happen? But it's that's funny, man. All good. I know you don't mean anything malicious by it, so it's all good, man. Do you know the old Kmart in Westfield Plaza? Is that the... I'll say, okay, in Belleville. I was going to say which Westfield. I know a couple of those, but we went over there a few, what was it? Maybe a couple months ago or so, and they were actually starting to work on it. So I don't know what it's becoming. Okay, I forgot there's an area. I know the camera's off, but there's an exit sign on the road. It says Bachelor, like on the next exit, which is a town. And I just think, like, man, wouldn't that be something to be in Bachelor, Missouri? It sounds like a sitcom. Who wants to be the Bachelor in Bachelor, Missouri? I mean, that's, I don't know, should I go work for CBS or something? Pitching some sitcom. isn't access to the inside of the store or the receiving dock. There's a hole when you can crawl into. Oh, jeez. I can check that out. I mean, I just, I don't know. Given that I have sort of high clearance at my job and whatnot, I probably should avoid getting into some trouble. I mean, if I do go and I don't get caught, it'll be shelved until the statute of limitations are up. That's with a couple of the videos. I won't name them simply because of that fact. But a couple I can't post until a few, while back because the statute of limitations for trespassing, and they are remasters, like interior explorers. But I have to wait until the statute of limitations for trespassing are up because obviously I'll get into trouble because I already have a charge for trespassing, but that was because a jealous YouTuber decided to spam the city that, hey, he broke in, blah, 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 blah. And then, I get court notices weeks later. But whatever. So let's see here. Heard of KSDK. Oh, yeah, I heard about that. The freaking, the Macy's one. That would be the only viable use for that building, to be honest, because nobody else would probably want to go in there. But if they were going to make it housing, why not go into the Sears? Because it was 3 stories. You have more room. If you're going to make apartments, I mean, there's just more room there, but what does it say? Wish there's more videos about Bavarian meat products, LT. I'm not actually sure what that is. Might have to look into that. Is that another, like, Seafood City type thing, or am I just tripping? Like, I'm not exactly sure what that is. It's currently no power, a lot of loose wires. Oh, shoot. Bathrooms are covered in mold. Oh, jeez. Oh, gosh, yeah. If I have to get, like, a respirator like I did at another mall, I can't post till 2026. Yes, it is. Oh, okay. Well, I guess speaking of those things, because you mentioned the Seafood City type situation, part of the thing I wanted to mention on here was, obviously, I have some folks that started following me because of Seafood City, and I love that. That's fantastic. I really appreciate it. But what I became aware of last night is apparently there's a lot of pages on TikTok that are just straight up ripping my videos of Seafood City and putting them up as their own piece, and they're taking 100% credit for it, which, is horseshit in my opinion. But because there's a couple of people on there that did that, but then they have, like, links back to me, and they're very generous, like, hey, this is where it came from, he actually went here. Like, that's cool, that's totally fine. Like, I really don't mind, but it's when they rip it and then they just take 100% credit, that's where I draw the line. It's bullshit, because I went there, I spent my own time, put the stress on my car to get there. It's just, feels kind of crappy, especially when half of those videos I can barely scrape past 10,000 views, but then some of these TikToks, they go up to 100,000 views, and it's like, come on, that's crap. That's such crap, because I'm like, I'm over here, I could be making some good money from that, and that's obviously not what it's about, but if it's my stuff, I deserve to make the money from it. But it's whatever. I tried reaching out to a couple of them, like, hey, at the very least, just edit the freaking bio of the short or whatever, but they won't do it. I know one of them already blocked me on TikTok, and it's like, really? You want to play that game? But it's whatever. All I gotta do is file a DMCA, and it'll get taken down, which that's the last thing I want to do, but whatever. I guess that's what I'll have to do. But, oh, hey, buddy, how's it going? Rymates. Sorry if I butcher that name. That's just how I've always pronounced it. Rymates. If it's pronounced differently, I'm so sorry. I'm not good with pronouncing, or what do they say when they want to make a joke? I'm not good with pronouncing or pronouncing. They pronounce it wrong, just to be a jerk. Or no, what was I forgot. There was a show that did this. Like, that's not how you pronounce it, and it's. I said it right. Okay, good. Thank goodness I said it right. I was like, I don't want to get canceled over here. Even though they're trying really hard to get canceled, or for me to get canceled. Oh yeah, the Spanish Lake shopping center. Yeah, weren't they tearing that up though? Because we went there. I want to say I guess in the winter, and it was being torn up, and there was like a guard dog in front of it and stuff like that. There's something like that. Then there was it's funny. You mentioned the Illinois Kmart. I'll tell you this story. This is funny. In Cahokia, which is East St. Louis, really bad part of town. In the same shopping center of that Kmart, there was a National Supermarket, and it's still vacant. And for those who know about the National Supermarkets, I mean, for one to still be vacant is quite impressive. But I was gonna do it because it still looked very much like it did inside, and written in window chalk on the front door was trespassers will be shot. I was thinking to myself, yep, nope, not doing that. But then we came back like months later, and that text was gone. But then there was somebody with a lock picker trying to get in there, and I was thinking, oh my gosh, I don't like going through that area. There's always some sketchy things happening, kind of like these people driving right now. People can't choose a lane. I'm gonna die today. At least it's kind of on camera. You'll hear audio.
Don't be like that one person.
Feel like that dash cam footage, that guy that was like singing along to a Cher song, and then he just ends up in the ditch, and he's still singing while he's trying to maintain control. I feel the now. There, now, get away from me. There's only one more Kmart. Well, technically in the U.S., yeah, there's the one in Miami, and that's like half a store, if that. But there is still, if to my knowledge, there's one in Guam. There's, I think, a couple on the Virgin Islands. So, I mean, they're not completely dead, but, I mean, you obviously also have the, the Australian and New Zealand ones, which those are going to be the ones that outlast us all. Because I actually found it funny that over in Australia, it kind of is like an alternate reality with that, because you have in Australia, you have Kmart that's doing really, really well, and obviously it's a different chain, it's not the exact same, but then in Australia you also have Target that's struggling, and it's funny because it's almost like an alternate reality over there, where it's like, that's what America could have been, went a certain direction. Trespassers will be shot. I guess that is a good way to keep people out, to be honest. I mean, if I had to keep people off my property, that and booby traps, not a bad idea, to be fair, but oh yeah, that's right. I actually completely forgot about that. The Target Canada completely went extinct. That was about 10 years ago now, wasn't it? I think it was like 2015 or 16 when they went out of business. Target Canada. I just remember following that when it was happening. It was sort of funny how they were just build, and then they oh, too bad, we're done. And then they just gave up, and it was like, oh, that's nice. And then I guess there's still people to this day exploring abandoned targets all over Canada, which, fair play. I probably should invest in a better phone mount for doing these streams, because I like doing these streams while driving, but I feel like just staring at nothing is probably not the best way to do this. You know, I could at least have something out on the road, you know, so you can see the scenery. But, you know, I actually do have that Walmart. I do have that Walmart on my, like, saved list. It is on my, like, I have on my Maps app where I have things pinned. That is, that store is pinned on my Maps. Target US. I mean, everywhere's struggling at this rate, to be honest. Everybody in some function is struggling. But I mean, the times are changing, but that's why we're here. I mean, I just wish to God that the community that does this stuff can be civil, because I mean, we're all here for the same reason, to preserve the junk. But you know, apparently they just want to act like junk. I just don't get it. Sorry about that, everybody. Sorry that silence was kind of jarring. I was trying to navigate past the road. There was a big old semi going 20 under the limit, so I was just trying to get around them safely. You're gonna visit the Buc-ee's? I mean, heck, I still have yet to go to a Buc-ee's. The closest thing we have is the Wally's, which, I mean, in my mind, that's just what I'm used to. So I mean, I prefer Wally's, to be completely honest with you. Oh, I was going to say, I might have to look into that if it was a similar story to Seafood City. But I will mention this, because of the success of the Seafood City stuff, they plan to build a Buc-ee's in Arndt. I don't know, but I've seen conflicting reports on that. About that Buc-ee's in the St. Louis area. I don't believe it's real. I'll believe it when I see it, to be honest.
I've heard it was an April Fool's joke.
Yeah, but it's still.
Yeah.
But anyways, back to what I was saying. Since the Seafood City thing did so well, it's not done yet. I'm still working on it. But I'm doing a video on Mexia, which is basically what, kind of led people to me over the last month, which, holy moly, it's funny, with the Seafood City thing, I never guessed that it was going to get as big as it did. I mean, it was all of a sudden, and like, I was just getting comment after comment, and people were following me, and then I was wondering where it came from, and then I found, the TikTok name was Oh Dear, which is kind of funny. He posted the Seafood City video, gave me full and honest credit, which I really appreciate, and it racked over a million views, like 1.5 million. And I was like, holy moly, that explains it. And just in the last month, I've gained over nearly 500 subscribers just basically from that. And because a lot of my videos are similar in tone, just not as severe, it's nice that it kind of unintentionally grew my fandom, which is, I really appreciate. Hello. Sorry, I didn't see the message right away. Just, driving on the road, kind of glancing when I can. Yeah, I saw the pictures you did. More so seems strange. There was because there was a comment that I think about if on one of my Sears videos. I forget exactly which one, but it reminds. It keeps sticking with me every time someone goes to a Sears. Nowadays, but it says, "Who would have guessed that Sears would be basically like supporting a small business one day?" I don't know, that kind of hits home, because it's like, well, Sears was once everywhere, and then now it's basically the same as going to a mom and pop local shop. There's not many around, and when you do, it kind of feels like one. I mean, heck, I think, if I'm not mistaken, my closest Sears is near the Mexican border. Like, I think it's El Paso, but I could be wrong. I haven't looked in quite some time. It's a very big rumor that their seafood city was... I mean, I could see that. I mean, one thing that was reported on, I remember the city shut them down and they kept operating anyway. Like, the city shut them down. They were ordered to close down. They didn't. Then the city came back to check on them like 2 months later, and they were still just open as usual. And then they're like, nuh-uh. And I think that's why they were just kind of forced out. So it may have been out of revenge, but they also may have not even had the opportunity to grab anything, to be honest. I mean, I'm not trying to stick up for them in any way. It's just that, it's possible that that's what happened. Hey, Sarah, how's it going? One of our amazing channel members even got the little GRM emoji right by the name. We're driving on 70. We're heading home, but we were out all day. We went to Columbia and Jefferson City. I was going to do an update on the Columbia Mall, but it was so busy, I was just like, it's not worth it. And nothing's really changed. The only thing that changed was the Target entrance inside the mall is actually all boarded up, and you have to go out the emergency exit to access Target, which makes a lot of sense, I guess. But the Capitol Mall in Jeff City was very much...
Oh, God, what an idiot.
Well,
almost got in a crash.
I was going to say, Jesus Christ, almost got into a crash. Got a big old truck, doesn't know how to turn. He's hauling a big old lawnmower and didn't even bother looking before changing lanes.
Jeez, I can't stand people.
God, man. This is why I have 2 dash cameras, one in the front, one in the back, and I modded them with super wide angle lenses because I have to capture everything. I'm going around this Dumbo. I ain't about to deal with that. God, people can't drive.
Yeah, Jefferson Mall is not doing too hot.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't say it's dead, but it's very much, it's like, I was actually telling Brooklyn this while we were there. It's very much in the same state that Mid Rivers Mall is in, where it's full, in quotes, full, but it's full of some kind of cheapo, like, one-off shops. Yeah. And it's very, you should turn on your camera for your insurance.
Yeah.
I do have my dash camera though, so I mean, I did capture that, but I was gonna say, if I turn my camera on, it's basically just the dash. I don't even know if it well, is it popping up? I hit the button.
It's not popping up. Excuse me, it's not popping up for me.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't even think it's working right now. It's whatever. I am on beta software on my phone though. iOS 26 is working great, but anyways, the Jefferson City Mall. The only thing that's really changed is there's a couple things that have shut down, but then the Dillard's entrance is no longer accessible through the mall. You actually have to go out through one door, and it's in the back. It's very inconvenient. But gosh, it was nice to visit that again. But with Capitol Mall, it very much is like it's so generic looking that it's almost original. Because if I'm not mistaken, it did used to have character, but then they remodeled it and painted it all gray, and it very much looks generic and basically just boring, but it almost is original with how generic it looks. I know that sounds so strange, but you almost have to see it to believe it. You know what I should do now is bless you.
Sorry.
Bless you. I should offload the footage from the dash cam so you guys can at least see what happened. But gosh, and it's funny because that's the least concerning thing that's happened on the road. I mean, even just today, there has been so many instances. I mean, people cannot drive around here, at least from what it seems, and gosh, it scares me. I'm almost considering making one of those like Instagram pages that's literally just dash cam videos, but it's all my own.
You wouldn't believe how many dumbasses we run into. Pardon my French, but like, there's no good way of putting that.
Like, it's a miracle I still have my car in great shape. I mean, my car is nearly 20 years old and it's still hauling ass pretty much, but it's a miracle it's not totaled, you know, which I'm thankful of, but my goodness. With as much we deal with, I'm shocked it's not totaled.
Yeah, Mid-River, South County, I feel it's going to go before Mid-Rivers.
South County's on its final number here. I had a feeling once Macy's left, it was going to get worse, and it really has. I mean, heck, the last time we went over there, like it was funny how during the Macy's closing sale, we went 3 times. Ouch, that big old pothole, and every time we went, there was a store in the mall that was closing. Like, we went the very first time, Forever 21 was closing, which that was the chain. That wasn't necessarily the mall. But then the second time, what was it? It was a store it took over the old Justice, but it was like a t-shirt shop. It wasn't like a chain. It was just like a family-owned business. But then last time we went, when I filmed it abandoned, which that video is not up yet, Earthbound was closing. And it was like every time we go, there's something new, but that's why you should turn on your camera. It's hard to describe because I can't, for some reason now it doesn't even let me turn on my camera. Like, the button's there, but it's not working. And I don't know if I have to give it a minute. There we go.
There it is.
Okay, got it. Cool. Yeah,
but that's all your new haircut.
But that's, yeah. Whatever. But it's all for that. That's say, is that better? It's just a blurry dash. Chalking that up to beta software.
It's like, even if we did have the camera on, it wouldn't do much good.
Yeah, I do have a mount up here though, but given it's so hot, my phone would overheat like crazy. And, you know, I've already had my issues with expanding batteries on previous phones. I just don't need that again. Especially because this phone's brand new. I mean, it's the newest iPhone I have, and it's just not... I want it to last a while. Let that guy pass because he's a butthole. You know, I might do some experimenting, because one thing I could do to combat this is I know with my GoPro I can live stream. I might do that, but I just don't know how it works. But I should invest in a mount that's like specifically for doing live streams and stuff. Like maybe one I can stick to the windshield or something. But because I mean, when you're staring at it like this, it's not very impressive, and I would have the camera on me, but I just, I'm not going to be looking at it, so it's sort of, But I'll keep it on for the rest of this, just for whatever, I hate when, we're running out of malls for them to shut down. I mean, there's, 4 left, and one of them's probably going to go within the next 5 years. Make that maybe 2, but 25 more miles. Long day, man. It's Sunday. We gotta go to work tomorrow. Yay! That's true. Yeah, you crazy with that. I actually have a day. Yeah, Dillard's and Macy's are the only buildings left. That's all that's really going to remain. Because we had Macy's is going to become the headquarters for the Steinberg Group, and Dillard's is actually reopening next year. But I'll tell y'all a story that happened today. So there was this restaurant chain, very small chain around this area called Blue Taco, and literally their taco shells were blue. That was their whole thing. It was cool, it was unique, and it was good. Well, every time we've tried going to one, we tried going to the one that was in Troy, gone. Tried going to the one in Wright City, gone. And it was just crazy, because then there was one that we went to. I already forgot the city name, but it's basically the middle of nowhere, in between Columbia and Jeff City. We go there, we pull up, we're getting off the exit, I see it, the building's gone. Like, it's vacant. And I was sitting here like so irritated, but then my maps was telling me to keep going to the grocery store down the street, and I was thinking, oh, maybe it moved over there, I guess. And we went inside. Yeah, they had a little TV that had the menu and the Blue Taco sign. So we walked up to the counter, and it was sort of mixed in with like the fried chicken stand in the grocery store. But apparently they don't serve Blue Taco there. It's just there, and they've never taken it down. I kind of filmed the whole thing. I was almost sitting there like, why not just turn the TV off at least, Because we were like going through all these hoops just to eat there, and it's like, just turn the TV off at the very least. Because, like, I don't know, man. We were kind of running into that stuff today, and it was like headache inducing. Like, just let me.
Same here, Sarah. I only work 4 days.
Lucky you. I have to work. Yeah. Hey, what's up, man? Extra moolah. Can't go wrong with that. Yes,
Too hot to have his
I was gonna say, yeah, you remember I had the long hair. I had to cut my hair, but I'm be honest, I'm kind of embarrassed about it, but I did it simply because we've had a massive heat wave in the area.
But growing it back out.
I am. I'm
feel better.
I'm growing it back out, but it was only because we had a massive heat wave. So I mean, for those who got to see it for a split second, congratulations. But
half your head.
Yeah, exactly. You literally, and then haircuts are so expensive. I mean, because I don't like going to Supercuts or Great Clips. I mean, I'll go there for a cheap haircut, but you get a cheap haircut. But I was over here like, I'm sitting there with Dollar General rate, like electric shaver. I'm like, Brooklyn, cut my hair. It's too hot. And we just shaved it down as low as we could get. And I'm sitting there looking like adult Caillou over here, like.
Not even kidding. I cried a little.
So I've had long hair the whole time. So I started. I have a pin on my browser just to kind of looking at it, but I haven't done too much research on it. You should see. I have a lot. I mean, like, I'm interested in a lot of things at the moment, and Rivergate is one of them. It's just one of those instances where I have so much on my plate, like, just YouTube-wise, that I'm just sort of picking my poison, Like, what do I prioritize first? If you saw that short that I posted last night, I was working on getting that Kmart remaster. where the halfway through the program, it was saying it was 18 and a half hours remaining just on the 4K upscale. Which, holy cannoli artichokey. But that's just because my computer isn't that powerful.
Imagine how slow that'd be going over that road.
Oh, yeah.
Like a roller coaster.
Demolition is like... That's the thing, is I know that I have a couple things that are on my list that are a few hours away, and they're getting demolished, and like malls, stores, and all that. It's just, like I said, I have to pick my poison, because given my car is older, I really can't do too much with it all the time. I have to savor it, just because I can't afford to get another one at the moment. I have to stick with this car as much as I can. I mean, I have over 250,000 miles on it, just because I got it secondhand. But, I mean, I just can't go everywhere, unfortunately. I'd like to, but... some things just have to be cut out, but it's, it's okay. Like I said, I have to pick my poison just so I myself can stay sane, but also so I have a car. I need a car. What are you doing?
Why are people stopping, eh?
Well, you got this guy in front of me who's going 20 under the speed limit.
There's people in front of him stopped. I don't know why.
Oh, yeah, there's traffic. Great.
Oh, ain't that low.
When we were almost home, too.
Longer live stream.
Yeah, I was going to say, yeah, longer stream. And now there's not that car noise, which most of that's my bad brakes. I need to get new brakes.
Is there another crash we ran into? Because we're at a complete standstill.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know, to be honest. Northridge has a sister that's still open. Really? Where is that? I don't know. Where is that? See, this is why I like doing this. You guys know more than I do. I mean, I know my fair share, but then usually every day there's someone that tells me something new. And
Southbridge Mall
where's that at?
in Milwaukee.
Oh, okay. I was going to say, maybe that was one that I missed then, because, I mean, I have a couple Milwaukee malls that I still haven't posted. I have the footage, but...
Greendale, Milwaukee. Oh, Wisconsin. Sorry.
I have to look. I almost want to say we went there, but I could be misremembering. But so I remember we went to quite a few malls in Milwaukee, but I only filmed, I think, 2.
Said it's identical to Northridge, so.
Huh. I'd have to look in. Like I said, I have bad memory, so I mean, I kind of thinking like, well, I might be misremembering it, but I can double check. Like I said, I have a 2 terabyte hard drive that has all my footage, and I actually need to upgrade it soon, because I have like 200 gigabytes left, which that sounds like a lot, but with the videos I shoot and all the things I keep, it's not a lot. I mean, in the next few months, it'll probably fill up. But my goodness, external storage is expensive.
And if we haven't seen it, we plan to go to Milwaukee again. Not anytime soon, but we plan to do it again, so we probably can see it again.
If I go to Milwaukee again, I'm definitely doing another stream over there, just because like I want to show everybody the bronze fawns again.
Yeah.
I want to go to the bronze fawns again.
I want to see the Marion Ross statue, and where is that? Is that Iowa?
If I'm not mistaken, it's on the like border between like Iowa and Minnesota.
Yeah.
But I could be wrong. But yeah, there's a performing arts center that has a statue of Marion Ross, the actress. And given my love for the old sitcom Happy Days, I need to complete the cycle, because there was the Fonzie statue in Milwaukee. There's a Marion Ross statue. And then I think it's in California, but there is a statue with Ron Howard in it that I think it's in California, but it's for his depiction of the Andy Griffith Show when he was little. But I'd have to look at that. But yeah, there's a bunch of those statues. It'd just be nice to kind of see all that I can TV land statues.
Yeah, love that. I think there is some footage of Seafood City cleanup, isn't there?
I don't think there's footage, but there is photos. There's one photo that I saw. It's on TikTok of like through the windows, and you see a guy in a hazmat suit pushing like a pallet jack with stuff.
Yeah, I remember in one of the pictures we saw, like the fish was like leaking all over.
Yeah, one of the
news.
Pieces. You see the guy with the pallet jack, probably the same guy, but the boxes of fish, it was literally dripping. And it was, oh God. That place is so gross. I mean, I thought it was funny when the other guy who posted the clips from the recent visit to Seafood City, when I opened the door, like you can kind of crack open the door to like the dollar store next to it, it was still full of mold. But it was just the instant, like, gagging, and, I mean, it smelled horrendous, and it was kind of funny looking at the comments, because somebody pointed out the immediate gagging, and I was like, yeah. It was just funny.
I was a good couple feet behind him, and I almost instantly smelled it, too. It was rancid.
So what's, oh, yeah, the demolition, they're getting close to Menards. Oh, they have to, usually they're pretty careful about that stuff. A lot of times with demolitions, they are very heavily controlled, especially when they're keeping buildings. I mean, obviously, if they weren't keeping them, it'd be really easy, but, you know, that's not always the case. Gosh, I might have to take the side road. We're at a complete standstill.
Yeah, I bet there was another crash. Probably the same idiot.
Yeah, watch it be the same guy. Yeah, we're literally at a complete standstill.
I bet it was, because he was a little bit ahead of us.
Maybe. We're moving, yeah.
You never know. There's so many people that can't drive.
Just seeing how many people have nearly hit us from just us existing, I can imagine that it's probably pretty bad. Just from us existing, there's people that have hit us pretty much.
Yeah.
I mean, heck, you all heard it. I had to honk my horn on camera.
I wish we caught that on camera, because that was...
Well, the dash cam did.
Well, yeah, but I wish they could see that, because that was...
I say I could offload that footage.
That was stupid, man. Believe it or not, that wasn't the worst.
Oh, yeah, there's been worse. Gosh. Now I've run out of things to talk about. Like I said, we're literally at a standstill. This thing caught it, don't worry. I'll tell you though, I told you I modded it with a wide lens. Like from here, the dash, this is the view. You can see the view here. Because this is just a cheapo dash cam, but I added a little wide angle lens thing so that it sticks around. But then I have the exact same setup. Actually, I have an extension cord that goes to the back, so there's one sticking out my back window too that I can keep an eye on.
At this point, you need one on all four corners of the car.
I was about to say, I'm almost considering getting ones for the sides too, which is sad as that is to say, but
the amount of times we've nearly got T-boned is...
yeah.
Oh, I can't even.
It's funny how, you know, it makes me wonder how some of these people got their licenses.
I bet if there was a, like, mass, everybody has to retake their license thing, like, 70% of drivers will be off the streets.
Oh, yeah. No doubt. I think that's just how it goes, because you get some of the folks that they're older, and they kind of get too comfortable on the road, and they kind of just get used to breaking the rules, and that's just kind of how they do it.
I don't know why I thought of Beavis and Butthead. Breaking the law, breaking the law.
Breaking the law.
Breaking the law.
I do have a Discord account. I don't really use it. Because I used to run a server. I used to run like a GRM server, but honestly, I don't know how to use Discord. I mean, I'm 23 years old. It's not really my cup of tea. Just that kind of stuff. But I do have one. I just don't use it, to be honest. Like, I only have a couple people that message me on there, but I mean, if you ever have to get a hold of me, I mean, Instagram's the way to do it. Either that or comments, but if you ever want to message me, I mean, Instagram's the way to do it. I try not to have too many social medias. Like, I think I have pretty much all of them. Like, I have a Twitter, X, whatever you want to call it. Instagram's what I usually use, but I actually got into my Snapchat from the original GRM run. I still had access to it, and I have not even opened the app since logging back in, but people still have sent me stuff, and it's like, bro, I haven't been active for 7 years. Like, get a grip. Gosh, this traffic's boring. Okay. Sorry, folks, just navigating. Someday, one of these days, I'll do a stream like at my residence, and camera to me and stuff like that. This is just sort of my free time. That's why the past few streams have been driving. It's just my free time. Which, I mean, I know it can be a little boring. I love interacting with you guys too. But I'll try to work something out eventually. I need to get soundproofing for where my desk is. Just because, I mean, it echoes really bad.
The space is quite small.
Yeah, the space is a little small, and it's very... Let's just say the guy who lived there before, he did that area himself. So it's very jerry-rigged.
He didn't really know what he was doing. It's very...
Yeah.
Lack of insulation, I guess is what it is.
Mm-hmm. Hickory Hollow. I have not, but that sounds like a fascinating name. Hickory Hollow.
Hickory Hollow. Where is that?
That almost sounds like... That sounds like a movie.
Yeah.
Hickory Hollow coming July 2026. I don't know, something like that.
Sounds like southern.
Like southern?
Southern, yeah.
It's being demolished. Where is it? I'm curious. Might look into it. It's outside of Nashville. Oh, okay. I might be thinking of another one. Was that the one in Knoxville that got demolished, or am I misremembering? There was one that was near Knoxville that I wanted to pass, or I wanted to see, but we just went past it. That was vegan. This was like 2021, I think, is when we went to Tennessee. Okay, so I must be misremembering it. I guess there's so much to keep track of. That's why I'm thankful you all know more than I do. I'm over here just like, I don't know about this one. Knoxville. Yeah, that's it. You would think I would put that together, being it has Knoxville in the name, but see, I have this dent in my head apparently. But oh gosh.
Past the 20-minute mark or something?
Way past it.
Yeah, that's why we're getting trolled.
Yeah, getting hit like crazy. Funny thing about that, they like to say that kind of junk, but they don't have any proof to back it up.
I accidentally unhitted him, so yeah. Sorry. As you hit it.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Whatever.
It's fine.
Can't go a day without people,
having a good time, and then you gotta do it.
But it's okay. I love living rent free in people's heads. It's really fun, man. It's so fun. It really is. I mean, who else can just be in somebody's head and they constantly just attack for multiple years?
Though, my dude.
Yeah. yeah. I was gonna say, yeah, he had to subscribe to even chat. So I mean, talk about effort or commitment. I mean, plus he went on the stream, so I got engagement, which, at least got me a few cents of revenue. So, thanks a lot. You're really doing God's work there, buddy.
Never heard of Forest Fair Mall.
I mean, yeah, that's the Cincinnati one, ain't it? Still got footage of that one. I was gonna say no, furthest thing from it, to be honest. That's something like obviously everybody has their interests. I mean, heck, you tell the average person about the things that I do for to make videos and stuff, they shun on it. Some of them do, and it's like, okay, whatever. Everyone has their own interests, and then I feel the same about the elevator stuff. But I'm still gonna say I don't quite get the elevator thing. I really don't. I've kind of gotten to be second nature, where if I go to a place, I'll show the elevator or the escalator, most likely, just because then it kind of, I don't know, I guess those folks like to see that, and I'm like, okay. I mean, that's no skin off my back, to be honest. I'll show it, but that's about all. I just don't know anything about it. Just ate dinner. I gotta do that too. I've barely eaten all day. We've been on the road.
Yeah, I get some fruit.
It's like, I'm hungry. Was that the guy in Grand Theft Auto, Big Smoke? He's like, I'm hungry.
His order was massive.
Yeah. When he was ordering for everybody else and still ate all their orders too.
I just love how when you're in that mission, you're driving around like a maniac and he eats all the food.
Well, yeah, you're trying to take out the others, and they're like, oh, I'm just eating my fries.
Doesn't he shout something like "my fries" or something like that?
You make a sharp turn. My special.
Yeah, my special.
That game is so classic. That's like the only video game I will play. I mean, I'm not much of a video gamer, but I mean, that's the one game I'll play because they have the mobile port. But it's kind of fun just to kill time. I mean, if I'm in like a waiting room at like a doctor's office or something, I mean, it's just fun to hop on and just do a mission or two. Some good steak. Man, that sounds good. A good steak.
I mean, we could go to Roadhouse if you'd like.
Nah, man, I gotta cook my own steak. I'm picky. I'm picky. I have to cook my own steak.
You make some good steaks. I can't complain.
Hey. How's it going, bud? This angle is not very appealing. I mean, I know, but it's all I could do. I'm trying to find out a way I'm trying to make space on my desk so I can have like a proper setup for my stream from here on out. But since it's my free time, I'm just like, whatever, I'll do it this way, because at least I can interact with some of you. Killed malls. I mean, you know what's funny is I was thinking about doing that. I have not played Minecraft since I was probably in middle school. But at the same time, what is what? What happened? Oh, dashboard. Sorry. No, I haven't played that game since like I was in middle school. But I mean, I think it'd be cool to like build malls and like big stuff in there. But I just don't have that kind of time.
What is one mall that you wish you could have seen that is gone now?
Oh, one that I've never been to was St. Louis Center. It was in downtown St. Louis. There was a big old bridge that connected the mall to like, I think it was Macy's or Famous Bar at the time. But now that mall is a parking garage, but the skylights are still there. And if I'm not mistaken, I think it's like one of those paid parking garages. Like you have to actually pay quite a bit to get in there. I mean, if the demand is there, I wouldn't mind going there just to kind of see what's left of the place. But that's one that I kind of wish I'd seen, because there's not too many photos of it, to my knowledge, that when it was a mall. I should have been on here for over an hour, or nearly an hour, I should say. I was trying to say almost an hour, but over came out. But I mean, we are almost home. Have you seen the proper? Yeah, a long time ago. I haven't watched them in quite some time. I'll be honest, I don't watch too many other explorers online. There's only a handful. I'll be honest, I mean, like Rymates, I watch him. I like his stuff, mostly because he's in an area that nobody else does. But a lot of other ones, like even like the big ones, like not even like the smaller guys and whatnot, even though a good chunk of those hate my guts, like when you have the bigger ones, a lot of times they kind of just do the same things that a lot of people have seen, or it's stuff that I'm not too interested in, like the warehouses and what do you call it, like factories and stuff like that. Like that's just kind of not really my thing, to be honest. But it's cool, I'll admit it. Like I wouldn't mind seeing one personally, but I'm just not a big fan of watching it. But like Rymates, I like watching his stuff because it's areas that people don't go to. It's not like it's only the East Coast, or you got 14 million people that are in Ohio and all that general vicinity of the East Coast and whatnot that just do the same things. And I'm just like, yeah, okay. I mean, it's not really my cup of tea, to be honest.
Oh my goodness. Sorry.
Bless you. Forest. Oh yeah, I remember that one. I think didn't they get kicked out of that one? Yeah. I don't really recall. They did, yeah. That mall was notorious for being hard to film. I remember even I think I went there maybe twice, maybe 3 times. Every single time there was some kind of issue. Downtown malls are becoming very weird. Yeah. It's funny because I don't really know too many of them. There was one, I think it was in Kentucky, that we went. I don't even remember. I don't even have photos of it, but it was a pretty bustling place that was also in a downtown setting, and it was very weird. I honestly couldn't tell you anything from it. It was very fuzzy memory. This was a long time ago. This wasn't anything recent. Bright Sunny Films. Yeah, that one was on my radar for quite some time. I've just never made it up to Pennsylvania. I've always wanted to, but just I'm not really in any rush to get up there, just because everything in that vicinity has been done so much. If I'm gonna go up there, I want to add something to it. There was a case point. Oh gosh, I think I remember that, like some crazy security guard just going schizo on people filming and whatnot. I mean, I think I remember seeing the news stories about that, but I guess I may have forgotten that it was a Forest Fair.
God, what is holding this traffic?
I was gonna say, we're in the traffic jam, and it's like in the same spot as it was Friday night. Worst comes to worst, I'll just take the service road the rest of the way, which still got quite a bit of time to go, but still.
You get a little bit ill, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, going really slow.
Well, it's just a stop, go, stop, go.
Yeah.
It's upsetting my stomach.
Went in the mall once and they locked Macy's and barely made it. Got locked in the mall. Jesus. Where are you at right now? I want to say I'm in Wright City, that area. Maybe Forestel.
Right about-ish.
Something around that general vicinity. I mean, like I said,
I can look it up real quick.
Nah, it's okay. I'm pretty sure that's where we are, but we're kind of just stuck in pretty bad traffic.
Wright City.
Right, so yeah. I was going to say, it was either that or the other, to be honest. I mean, probably right on the border. We got like 10 more towns to go through until we're home. Arr. I don't know why I turned into a pirate there for a second.
Mr. Krabs.
Yeah, or Mr. Krabs. Oh gosh. Sponge boy. Oh gosh. American Truck Simulator. Oh, so you're in like the same spot? Oh my goodness, that's fun. You know, that's one game I keep forgetting I want to play. I just don't think my computer can handle it, to be honest.
This picture keeps throwing me off, man. It's in his name.
Yeah, it is. It's funny.
I don't know if you were here or not, but we got trolled earlier, so I'm kind of on high alert.
No, yeah.
This picture keeps throwing me off.
How's Quincy Mall? You know, I haven't been there in about a year, but just from what I've seen, it's just as bad. Sorry, got this. I think we just drove by the crash that's causing this. Yikes.
Tire came completely off.
Yeah, well, yeah, and the whole assembly too. Shoot. fun, I guess. Pray for him, but it just, from what I understand, the Quincy Mall has gotten way worse, like way worse. And that's not even saying too much because it was bad when we went before. But one thing I'll say about Quincy Mall, though, is it's very, very strange because I remember it's up, too. I mean, it's not good footage, but I have the 2019 footage of that mall, and it was bustling. I mean, it was busy. There was a lot of stores there. I mean, it was lacking a couple anchors, like Bergner's was vacant and Sears was vacant. But I mean, it was bustling like crazy, and then the virus happened, and they tried rebranding because it was Quincy Mall, and then they rebranded to Quincy Town Center. But then it really just fell off. I mean, it was drastic how far it fell. Like, it felt like a time jump. And I mean, yeah, I mean, it was nearly half a decade since the last time we went last year, but I didn't think it was that drastic. But it's kind of a shame because from my understanding, there really isn't any nearby malls after that, because even like up north, I think you have to go towards Chicago to hit the next mall, and down south, I mean, you'll be hitting like Mid-Rivers and whatnot, which, you know, that's quite a distance for a lot of people.
Sorry, excuse me.
What happened? So it's vaping hard to breathe. I mean, yeah, that makes sense.
It's like high school.
Yeah, it's like going into back in the day with high school, everyone was vaping in there. You walk in, it just smelled like cotton candy. It's like, oh, yep, there's vaping in here. I just thought it was funny. I mean, this was back, you know, this was years back, I mean, in high school, but you got folks that you'd walk into the restroom and they're like huddling together. They all have their vape they're passing around, and then they look at you because you're the outsider that just interrupted them, and it's like, bro, come on, man, I'm just here to take a piss.
Well, I remember one time I walked into the bathroom and there was a bunch of chicks vaping, and they offered it to me so I wouldn't like tattle on them, I guess. And I was like, bro, I'm just trying to pee.
It's like, I don't care what you're doing, I just want in real quick, you know?
I was like, I just need to pee. Like, just...
It's like, I didn't see nothing, just let me in the stall, homie.
Like, and if I was to tell them, not that I did or anything, but if I was to, wouldn't I not want to join? Like,
yeah, it's weird, yeah. Oh, trust me, I plan on going to Sandburg. My goal is whenever I decide to go up to Quincy Mall again, I'm going to go ahead and swing up that way since it's, only an hour, further from that. But I haven't picked a date yet. Because, like I said, I just have stuff on my plate that I'm trying to figure out. That mall has a dangerous level of mold. Oh yeah, I mean, I'll be having a respirator and stuff if I go in anywhere. But even if I do go inside anywhere, I mean, it wouldn't be publicly visible until the statute of limitations is up, just because I ain't getting another trespassing charge. If I get another one, I won't get a fine. I'll probably go to jail. Yeah. I ain't about to do that, to be honest.
We were lucky to have the outcome we did with our first one.
Yeah, I mean, if they didn't report me for stupid crap, I mean, that would have been fun, but, that's the internet for you. Yeah. Someone just got jealous, and then they decided to be a little tattle.
It's just funny, because these same people went there later.
Yeah.
They hypocrites.
They're just, yeah. It's okay. I love living rent-free in people's head. It's so fun. I do not care.
To know they're still thinking about us.
Yep. I sit back with a smile on my face, and then they just sit there and suffer thinking I'm the worst man on earth when I'm just a dude.
Just a dude with a camera.
Not even a camera. A camera bolted to a smartphone. I'm just that guy that you bump into in the outskirts of Missouri, and I'll be like, hey, man, you want a coffee? I'm like that guy. Any malls in Iowa. I always wanted to go back up there, but I have none in mind at the moment. I'd love to go back to Iowa. I don't remember if you were here earlier when I said there was that art center that I was wanting to go to with the Marion Ross statue towards Minnesota. But whenever I see that, that's when I'd probably swing up to some malls in Iowa. But when that is, I do not know. I'd have to probably get a rental car for anything further. Just I don't think my car can handle it. My car's old. 2007. They thought you were going to talk badly about the store, man. You know what's funny is I would have turned around and be like, no, it's the opposite. You want to sponsor me? Crossroads Mall is looking horrible. I'll have to look into that one. Like I said, there's a lot of malls that I have yet to take a look at, but they're on my agenda. Like, I should take a screenshot of my maps pins. Like, half the time if you zoom out far enough, there's entire states that are covered with like pins because that's that many things I want to do. But I don't even know if I'd hit all of them in my lifetime, to be honest, because I as sad as it is to say, I ain't doing this YouTube thing forever. I'll have to grow up at some point. For right now, it's a hobby that makes me money. I'm trying to make a company out of it. Well, I have, technically, but, it's just sort of a passion project.
Eventually, it's going to come off really bad. Eventually, you'll get a life and have to follow through.
Yeah, that sounds horrible, but yeah, I mean, it's, yeah.
Right now, you're young and you kind of have the time, and eventually, you'll come to a point where you won't have that time.
Was that 10 million or I don't even know how many zeros that is. I can't.
What have you got? Oh God, I'm not. Get car sick trying to read that many. Quadruple thousand.
Yeah, there you go. I can't even. The thing is, it's funny how I'm over here like this is a passion project for me. I have to make it into a company. Because I have to protect myself because of the bad actors that exist in this world. But what's so funny about this is, like, I'm over here almost scared of success in a way. Like, there's one thing when it's just being successful at what I'm doing, but then there's another thing when it's like, oh my God, I'm so big and popular that you can't just live your life. You know, because you have some people that legitimately can't go outside because they're that famous. They have to hire security. You know, I would not want that, honestly. I would not want that kind of level of success. Not saying I ever will get that far, but honestly, I don't want to be in that predicament.
I want to be able to take a walk around the park.
And not have to worry about a stalker or anything, which, I mean, there's plenty of those, you know, already, but...
In fact, we're already dealing with that.
Yeah.
That's a story for another time.
I shouldn't say too much.
Well, seriously, because we have legal stuff going on.
Yeah, I can't break the contract. Gotta preserve our legal case somehow. Even though they keep making it easier and easier.
Let them dig their hole. It's better in court.
It's funny to watch it unfold. I know it probably comes off as no context with that, but honestly, I can't give any context to it.
You guys will know in time. That's all I gotta say.
Never ran into a fan yet. It'll happen.
You'll get there.
I mean, I think it's funny because I never thought that I myself would get recognized as much as I do. And I'm not trying to gloat or anything, but like it's almost kind of weird how much I do. Like, I'll tell you, I may have mentioned this before, but the very first time I ever got recognized was like nearly a year after I started my channel, which, think about that, that wasn't very long, because it was like September 2018 when it first happened, and I'd only been doing YouTube since December 2017, and I was with my dad all day. We were working on a car project. It was late, we were just hungry. We stopped off at the McDonald's down the street, and we went to the drive-thru. I was in the passenger seat, and then the guy at the drive-thru window, he like notices me, and he's like, oh, GRM Adventures, good stuff. And I was over here like thinking, I'm like, really, what the heck just happened? Because I only had like 150 subs at the time. It's like, okay, that was weird. That came way sooner than I expected. Yeah, exactly. We kind of planned on that. Exactly. But even then, it was still great to meet you. But I mean, holy moly. And even just random stuff. Like, what was that one time? I was actually at one of my old jobs before we moved back up here. I was just working outside into the store, and then someone just recognized me, and I was over here like, oh, okay. And it was sort of creepy, because I was like, great, now you know where I work. Not like it was a bad thing, like he would do anything, but it was more so just like, oh, okay.
Is this your current one or your old one?
Old.
Oh, okay.
Before we quit.
Okay, I know exactly which one you're talking about. Yeah, F that place.
Yeah. Good thing we moved when we did. Just fun times.
If people will never run into a wild Jacob. Also, my name is Jacob.
That sounds like something to put on a t-shirt. I swear it's shocking that filming Rita is so rare in the area. Yeah. Well, and it's funny, that's why even like you really look at it, my area is very, very rarely tapped. And the people that do come over here, they do it because I do it. You know, like that half the time they wouldn't know a place existed without me. Which I'm honored. I'm very honored.
And you're getting recognized more and more, believe it or not.
I know I am.
We were just sitting at the restaurant the other day, and our waiter was like, "Oh,
that's
I know
right.
you."
Yeah, we were at a restaurant, and guy who was the waiter, he knew me, and I was like, oh, that was surprising. Very nice guy, yeah, very nice guy. It was just funny because I was like, it always comes so unexpectedly, And it's just it's so funny when it happens. It's just like, oh, okay. And I'm at a restaurant. I'm over here like stuffing my face with Mexican food. And it's just like, it's like, hey, nice to meet you.
How you know my diet?
I mean, all the people online don't call me a fat ass for nothing, right?
Yeah.
It's okay.
There's worse out there.
That's true. That is very true. And I'm not even talking about the people online.
And you've seen my like 600-pound life. So
Yeah, that show is crazy.
that shows.
A lot of it is staged, though, apparently.
It is, but I don't know.
That show
Can't
is
help but
crazy,
feel
though.
bad for those people.
The Pines. I've never heard of that.
Pinesville, Arkansas.
It's getting close to level decay to Jamestown. Oh, yeah. Jamestown's crazy. I remember having to wear a respirator for that one. Oof. Craziness. Oop. Sorry. Finger cam.
Yeah. You hear that more than one place.
Oh, boy. Oh, goodness gracious. God, it's been nearly 80 minutes. But, you know what? We're approaching the time I have to get on the road to home. So that means I'm probably going to end it off here. But yeah, so we went through a lot. We talked about the Seafood City copiers on TikTok, you know. We got hit by a wannabe loser troll. Which, yeah, thanks a lot. And then I got to talk to my favorite people, which is all of you guys. And, you know, we accomplished a lot. But I'm going to head off of here. Going to enjoy the rest of my Sunday night. I hope you all do the same. And, well, yeah, wait for some chats to come in, and then I'll just head out. But I do appreciate y'all coming along for the ride. I do love you guys. I truly do. I would just be a loser with a camera without you guys. I try to say it every time. I really do appreciate you. You guys give me purpose in this little hobby. I couldn't be more thankful for it. I know it may seem like I oversaturate that fact, but I really do try to say it whenever I can. I really, really mean it. All right. I could be. I mean,
He's not a loser. He thinks he is, but he's not. Y'all know that.
I could be, but alrighty, guys. I'll see you later. I love you guys. I'll see you soon.